He didn't say a verse and then God took his words and put it in the Quran. That's not what happened.
That's exactly what happened, bro. I'm gonna show you, man. Let me show you. That's exactly what.
That's it. Islam is over. You did it, bro.
I know. I know.
Either that or there's a language barrier.
No, there's no language barrier. There's none of that. Islam is finished, bro.
Hi, welcome back to Religious Insights. On this episode of our usual debate between Godlogic and Muslims, Godlogic steamrolled a proud Muslim in this video. Let's watch this video to find out exactly what happened. See you at the end of this video.
Skeptical.
Exactly. You should be hyper skeptical about everything, even the Bible.
So then you don't know if you could trust the Quran then.
No, you see, this is where you're wrong. So being hyper skeptical, by the way, every single person should do that with every single text, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Bible, whether it's the Torah, right? Because this is our souls, right? Now, here's the thing. I was hyper skeptical about the Quran because I'm not going to just believe something because I was born in it. I'm going to look through it. And the Quran actually has two tests. So God in the Quran said, I don't know if the Bible has this, but the Quran says, okay, so the Quran actually answers this in a beautiful way. It's like so God says in the Quran, if this is made by a man, there'd be a lot of mistakes and contradictions in it. So find one. So that's the first test. That's the first threshold, right?
I have one.
Find one contradiction or mistake. So that's number one.
I have one.
And number two is
I have one.
Produce a chapter like it. So those
Omar
are the two barometers. So you should be hyper skeptical, but you should also see and test for yourself if it passes those two barometers.
Right, so
does it contradict? Is there any mistakes? And number two, can you produce a chapter like it? And no one's been it's been passed for the last 1400 years. No one's ever been.
So I got you. So I have a contradiction that I want to show you. And you're going to take how you take it, but yeah, how I think it's going to go, but I'm going to show you one.
I mean, let's talk about Christianity. I want to talk about Christianity. I want to talk about the Bible. I want to talk about Jesus too. Let's get there after.
In a second. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Two, Omar did it. Omar brought something like the Quran. He came up with 3 verses that ended up in the Quran that Allah agreed with.
You're talking about Surah Al-Haqqa, and no, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't bring it.
When it came to women veiling themselves, the wives veiling themselves, that was Omar. When it came to
again, that's a hadith, right? You're going back to the hadith.
Well, that's how you know you don't know anything without the hadith about Islam. You don't know what your Quran is without the hadith.
Yeah, but if the hadith contradicts the Quran, you throw it out.
That doesn't contradict the Quran.
But you're saying that someone
the Quran itself is a hadith, bro. It's a hadith.
Okay. So basically, if Omar, right, if he does something or anybody does something, right, and God wants to reveal it, God will reveal it. But it's not that Omar wrote it or he said it. It was God revealing it this is what to Prophet Muhammad through Angel Gabriel. So Omar didn't reveal anything.
Okay, so when it says that Allah agreed with Omar said something. He said 3 things, boom, boom, boom. And Allah agreed with all those things. And Muhammad says, yes, it was revealed to me.
A lot of Shias disagree with that.
So that would mean that Omar would be a prophet, just like Muhammad.
No, there's no. You see, this is what people do, and there was a lot of wars after the Prophet's death, and a lot of hadiths were fabricated just to make people look better. I would probably take the hadith, but not in the way that you're taking it, though. I wouldn't take it.
So how do you take it? How do you take when it says?
Yeah, Omar did something great.
Omar said this.
Omar did something great.
My Lord agreed with me in 3 things. I said boom, 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 and then it was revealed that way.
Who's narrating this?
Omar himself.
He's narrating it to who?
To the people. Let's see. I'll bring up the hadith exactly.
Yeah, what's the hadith? I'd love to read it. So we just
very interesting.
Just so we're on the same page. And is this is this like you're trying to what's the point here like?
So the point here is that when the Quran says bring something like it, someone did. Omar brought 3 things like it.
He didn't say a verse and then God took his words and put it in the Quran. That's not what happened.
That's exactly what happened, bro. I'm gonna show you, man. Let me show you. That's exactly
that's it. Islam is over. You did it, bro.
I know. I know.
It's either that or there's a language barrier.
No, it's no language barrier. There's none of that. Islam is finished, bro. Come to Christianity.
No. Come on, bro.
All right, look. So I'm gonna turn it on the screen so we can all see it. Okay.
You didn't do it, bro. I like you though, man. I do like.
I like you too.
I like you, Davey. Avery actually is right. Sorry.
Yes, sir. No, you can call me dude. It's, 21st century.
Omar. Let's search this up though. Because
Here it is.
oh, okay. What is this?
It's Sahih Bukhari 4483. If you want to look at it yourself, this is on sunnah.com.
Yep.
Okay. And it's narrated Anas. Okay, so it's narrated Anas, not Umar. Excuse me. So narrated Anas, Umar said, I agreed with Allah in three things. Or said, my Lord agreed with me in three things. I said, O Allah's messenger, would that you took the station of Abraham as a place of prayer. I also said, O Allah's messenger, good and bad persons visit you. Would that you ordered the mothers of the believers to cover themselves with veils. So the divine verses of Al-Hijab, veiling women, were revealed. Why were they revealed? Because Omar said it.
Omar the Great, right? Yeah,
Omar
no, this is not real because how could
It's real,
Omar,
bro.
a human?
It's real.
No, but this is why we disagree now, and this is the problem with only taking Hadith, right? God is all wise, so how could a man tell God what to do?
The point.
Hold on. Allah says, "I am the all wise."
So here's
I
the
am
point.
the all knowing.
The point.
Right? That's God.
Listen. Here's the point. The point is that would prove the Quran and Islam false because it met the challenge. Therefore, it's not from God. We can't just say when the Quran makes a challenge, right? And then we find somebody that meets the challenge, then say, oh no. See, this has to be fake, or this is Sahih Bukhari. This is the best sources. So the only conclusion is that the Quran's challenge was met, and therefore it's not from God.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Sure.
All right. God is all-knowing, right? I mean, this is a stupid question. We all know God is all-knowing. Why would a man, right? Why would a man say, oh, we should do this, or we should do that? And then God listens, like we're not understanding it fully, or the Hadith is fabricated. Right.
No, we are.
By the way, Muslims, there's nothing wrong with saying something is fabricated, by the way. This isn't an L or anything like that. Because once he finds a contradiction with the Quran, which he never will, then that's the real L, which will never happen because it's from God. There is none. No one in 1400 years has been able to find a contradiction within the Quran. He's going to a hadith that may or may not be fake. And if it is real, then we don't understand it because we don't have the knowledge. I mean, I'll just be honest with you.
What do you mean you don't understand it? It's not rocket science. Like, do not allow Islam to insult your intelligence. You're smart enough to read what's in your face, like I am. Like, we don't have to be just super Tony Stark geniuses to read this hadith and see exactly what it says. It says Omar said something, and then so the divine verses of Al-Hijab was revealed. Omar said something, Allah revealed it next. So showing that Omar said three things that were Quran verses. Human. So either
No, they're not Quran, brother, not Quran. Brother, not Quran verses. So like, let's say
Quran verses, bro.
No, it's not Quran verse. It's the reason why the verse was revealed, but it wasn't the words of Omar.
Okay, let me show you something. You see this? Okay, look, watch. So let me show you the actual Quran verse, almost verbatim.
Yeah.
Right? It says, I came to know the Prophet, had blamed some of his wives, so I entered upon them and said, you should either stop troubling the Prophet, or else Allah will give his apostle better wives than you. When I came to one of his wives, she said to me, oh, Omar, does Allah's messenger have what he could advise his wives with, that you tried to advise them? Thereupon, Allah revealed, watch, verbatim, it may be, if he divorced you, his Lord will give him, instead of you, wives better than you.
Exactly. So God is
Says
the best
exactly
of
what Omar
planners.
said.
So God is the best of planners, and you're reading it in English. So, for example, let's say
Bro, before you go there,
yeah,
so Allah literally quotes what
you're
Umar
reading it
said.
in English, brother. You're reading it in English, brother. So that's why
do you speak Arabic?
yeah, a little bit, but there's a barrier here.
No, there's not a barrier.
So
Look.
just because Omar had like okay, so Omar said something to his daughter, right? Who was
No,
the
not to his
prophet's wife.
daughters, to the prophet's
And by the way,
wives.
his daughter was one of his wives, the prophet's wives. He's having a conversation with her. God is all hearing. So after Omar, so it's kind of like an activation here. Okay,
So Omar activates Allah's revelation?
No, it's God is the best. God knows the future. God is planning all of it, right? It's destiny and free will at the same time. God is the best of planners. So God reveals it at the perfect time. Allah reveals it at the perfect time. So because Omar did something, it's not, and God, by the way, God's not quoting Omar in the poetic way of the Quran. No, God is taking the information and doing it in his words, in his way, at his time. This is actually the perfection. You proved the Quran right here, actually.
All right, just hold on a second, okay? Because, look, when it comes to our text and it comes to these conversations, we have to be honest with ourselves and with the text. We can't make stuff up. We can't add to the add to the text or take away. We have to take the text for what it says in its context and, address it as such. Okay? We cannot deny what is here. We can't make stuff up. All right? When it says here that Omar said it, and then we literally have the quote, Allah quoting it, thereupon Allah revealed, boom, 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 exactly what Umar just said.
So do you think do you think God will stoop to a level of man?
Let me finish this, Joe. Mo, sorry. Let me finish this.
Go ahead.
It's either Omar gets divine revelation just like Muhammad does, and is therefore a prophet just like Muhammad is, or...
Where does it say that, though? Hold on, where does it say that? Before you even go, or, where does it say that Angel Gabriel came to Omar?
This is my point. My point is that Muhammad claims that everything that comes to him is from Gabriel, from Allah. It's all revelation. That's what Muhammad claims. Well, if that's the case, then Jibril revealed to Muhammad what Omar already had.
That's a miracle.
Okay, so good.
So how would Muhammad know if it wasn't? So how would Muhammad know if it wasn't in the conversation?
If it's a miracle, no, he was. He's talking. He's
talking to his wife. So how would the prophets or something know at the same exact time?
So look, it's simple. It's very simple.
But you're not answering my question, though. You're just trying to debate. I'm trying to really understand.
You didn't let me get my point out, though.
Go ahead.
It's either Omar is just as inspired as Muhammad is, or Omar is not inspired and has this verse in his head, and also Muhammad is not inspired, and they're just men making stuff up. Or Muhammad is just making stuff up based on... You're
not getting it, brother. You're not getting it. No, you're not getting it, bro. Okay, so first of all, Omar's not inspired. That's not what this means, okay? That's not what this means. How could Omar be inspired? He's not a prophet, dude. Like, how is that even on the table, bro? Come on. Like you said, we have to be honest, man.
So then he shouldn't be being able to reveal verses that...
He's not revealing verses. So something is happening in person, right? In one place of the world. And then the Prophet Muhammad is getting like a Wi-Fi signal from Angel Gabriel, from God, about what's exactly happening. It's God's revelation on what's happening. And this happens so many times. Like some people, like for example... Something happened in the mosque. A man was giving charity while praying, okay? The prophet wasn't in the mosque, but the prophet got Angel Gabriel with what's happening from God himself, right? So this happens a lot, where a situation is happening and God is revealing what's happening to the prophet. That's what makes him a prophet, because God is all seeing. So God is the ears of the prophet in this situation and the eyes of the prophet in this situation. You get what I'm saying? And I don't mean actual eyes and ears and hands. I mean it from the metaphorical way, of course. So this is just proving that God is real here, and God is seeing something happening and then revealing it to the prophet at the same time, bro.
Okay.
Omar can't reveal anything. And by the way, the Quran linguistically in Arabic, we can't even make a sentence like it, bro. So even if this happening, even if God is quoting, right, someone, like for example, God quotes the way the Arabic bounces off my tongue and the way that it's orchestrated. So basically, Pharaoh is saying to his people,
you gotta get to your point. You gotta get to your point, bro.
The point is that nobody could make anything like it. So the point is God could take a quote, but he'll take the quote and the information and he'll put it in a miracle way to where nobody could actually reenact that. Nobody could do it from their own mind. So
except when we read that Umar said literally, when I came to his wives, or I'm sorry, I came to know that blah, 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 blah. And this is what he said: you should either stop or else Allah will give his apostle better wives than you. And then thereupon Allah revealed, it may be if he divorced you, his Lord will give him instead of you wives better than you. It's literally what Umar said. You can't, there's no way around this, bro.
But not in Arabic. In English, but not in Arabic.
Okay, sure. All right, we can move on though.
Wait, why are you saying sure though? Like, I'm serious. Like,
I know you're serious.
I'm sorry, though. Like,
we have two different positions on this. It's your position is clear to you, mine is clear to me. Got to move on. It's all right.
But you're reading it in English, brother.
Sure. I mean, I guess. Do I need to know? I need to know.
You have to learn Arabic. You have to learn Arabic.
Do you know Arabic? Do you know Arabic?
It's not my first language. I had to learn myself.
If I pulled this up in Arabic, would you able to read it?
I would read a little bit, but I'm not a scholar. I'd have to go to the people of knowledge. So I'd probably go to the people who would explain it to me in Arabic exactly.
Okay, sure. So how about this?
Yeah.
How about this? Just take that hadith, take it to someone that you trust, and ask them to explain that to you. Okay?
I mean, the thing is, I don't have to know Arabic to really understand what's happening here.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's that obvious to me, but to you, I guess the Arabic would make more sense to you. Because
why would the Arabic make more sense to me? Why would the Arabic make more sense to me when I don't speak it? I see what's written right there in my face, and it's clear to me what's happened.
But you think God is taking what we're saying
but you read the same thing, and you're saying you don't need to know the Arabic to come to the conclusion, but I do. What?
What do you mean?
Let's just move on to the next point, bro. Let's move on. I want to show you the contradiction.
Again, this is a hadith. It's not even in the Quran. So,
well, it's your history. You can't deny it. If you reject the hadith, if you want to become Quran alone, then become Quran alone, like my friend Proud Muslim. He doesn't have to face these problems.
Nah, I'm not Quran alone.
We're not Quran alone.
I only deny any hadiths that contradict the Quran, and I don't care about anybody because I don't follow crowd. I follow the Deen Allah and the Quran and authentic hadith, not Sahih. Even if it's Sahih, if it contradict the Quran.
See? Exactly. I said the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and when we see that the hadiths that we brought actually don't contradict the Quran, then we're still in a pickle here. We're still left with Allah having body parts and Umar coming up with 3 verses in the Quran.
I don't know if you're ready for something. I'm even here for question and answer, me and you. You ready?
You have a question?
No. I said you want to go with question and answer with me?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do Bible, Quran, right?
Well, I like to stick on one. So if you want, I like to stick on one topic. So if you want,
actually, I prefer.
It's okay. If you want, I'll give you like listen, Prime Muslim. I'll give you the floor to ask me Bible questions. Okay, you can ask me Bible questions like, for a good at least 20 minutes or so.
I have one,
and then we'll.
I don't want to take you 20 minutes like that. I want to do. Okay, you don't have much time to spend today.
No. What I'm saying is, listen. What I'm saying is that doing question and answer like that, switching off like that is not productive. I don't like that. So I like to stay focused on one type of flow. If the flow of the conversation is on the Bible, then we'll do that for quite some time, and then we'll switch. So if you want to start with the Bible, I'll allow you to start with the Bible first.
I prefer we do this. I'm gonna ask you a question on Bible. You're gonna ask me a question on Quran. Then we keep going.
I just told you no.
No, I don't like that. That means you're running.
Why?
No, you're running.
Brother, we gotta respect his space. We gotta respect his space. If he wants to do it,
he knows me. He knows me. He's my friend.
Yeah. So look, I'm literally giving you time to question me about the Bible, just solo. You know.
Okay, how many questions are we gonna be doing? I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. You're gonna ask me 2 questions. One question.
Just ask him a question, bro. Let's just get the conversation going. Just ask him a question.
This is what we're gonna do. I'll give you time. You have 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You can ask me whatever on the Bible. We'll just talk about specifically the Bible and your questions. Then after that, we'll switch to Islam and the Quran, and then keep going like that. Fair?
I don't really like that. I prefer one question at a time. One question at a time.
It's either take it or leave it, brother.
I don't know why some people don't like that though. But I love it.
I could ask a couple questions, by the way, on the Bible. I don't have the verses on me, but maybe you know the verses, so we don't I don't want to go have like a quote. You get what I'm saying? For example,
I got thousands of Bible verses on my head right here.
Yeah, but let's not make it like this. We're brothers, man. Like, it doesn't have to be this way. Let's do it in a nice way, in a conversation way, in a fruitful way, and let's try to get to the truth together, man. Let's not do red versus blue. Islam versus Christianity. That's not productive, man.
So look, before we get to the Bible, I had a contradiction that I wanted to show you, and then we can go to the Bible.
You can show me. You're gonna ask me a question about the contradiction that you think that is contradicting. Ask me a question, and I'll answer you about it. How about that?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
So that chapter 35, verse 18.
Okay, the first one is chapter 35, verse 18. Alhamdulillah, Surah Al-Fatr, verse 18.
Yeah, no one can bear another person's burden, like their sins.
Okay, chapter 5, verse 18 said, and no bearer of burdens, burden of another, and if a heavily laden soul cause another, it loses nothing of it. We carry it, even if you should be a close relative. You can only warn those who fear the Lord unseen and have established prayer, and whoever purifies himself only purifies himself for the benefit of his soul, and to Allah is the final destination. Okay, which one contradicts this?
What did you understand from that?
Okay, Allah said, and no bearer of the burdens will bear the burdens of another, meaning that everyone we inherit, we surely be given according to what he did or she did in this life. And if a heavily landed soul cause another to carry some of a load, nothing of it will be carried by any other person, meaning that everything that you do is yours. So which one contradicts this?
This makes perfect sense until the first sin that the Christians believe. But other than that, like from a realistic perspective, like from you, Avery, like your sins, like you don't want the sins from someone else, right? So it makes sense from everything except for what you guys believe in with the first sin. So I think that's why you have the problem, right?
So we understand that this verse is very clear that no one can bear the burdens of another, even if it was a family member, someone heavy laden. No one will take that laden. No one will take that load. You bear your own, period.
Sins. Yeah, you bear your own sins. Yeah.
All right, good. All right, we got that. Now, go to chapter 16, verse 25.
Okay. So Nahl. Chapter 16, verse 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says,
okay, let's read the full context here as well. So maybe the verse before and the verse after.
Oh yeah, sure. That's normal. And when it is said to them, what has your Lord sent down? They say, language of the former people.
Okay. Asatir al-awwalin, yeah.
That they may bear their burdens in full on the day of resurrection, and some of the burdens of those whom they misguide without knowledge. Unquestionably, evil is that which they bear.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So this says, it's very clear. I think all three of us understand what the verse said. That
Okay.
a person will bear their own burdens in full, and as well as the burdens of others of whom they misled without knowledge, right?
That's also,
It's in the middle of the sentence.
Okay.
You're in the middle of the sentence also as well.
So,
Hold on, brother, please. This is not even contradiction. Let me explain it. This is telling you that, okay, now, I did something. What that means, this verse is telling you that the person is bearing the burden of what he did by himself, because he's the one that make them misguided, not them that did it by themselves. So it's the same thing. It's not contradictory.
all right. Does it say that he bears his own burdens in full?
Oh yeah, he's bearing the burden.
So he bears all of his own burdens, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The
But
burden.
it also say as well as some of the burdens of others.
That is his work as well. That is his work as well. Okay, for example.
No, it's not. Wait.
Yes.
Slow down.
Exactly.
It says that he bears. I got you. It says that he bears his own burdens in full. So all of his own burdens he bears. Right?
Oh yeah.
And then it says as well as some of the burdens of others that he misled without knowledge. So the people that he misled, he will also bear some of their burdens as well.
It's a multiplier for you. So for example, you know how Cain and Abel, how one of the brothers killed the other brother, right? He was that was the first time murder happened on the earth. So he will get, right, the sins of, cause he established that on earth. So for example, the devil, right, when he goes to hellfire, he's going to have mountain of sins, right? Mountain of sins. Even if he's not doing it, he's the one misguiding people. So the people who are misguided will get the sin for themselves, but Satan ultimately still gets the sin as a multiplier because he had a big effect in it.
So according to the verse, the person who misleads someone bears their own sin, and then also takes on some of the sin of the person that they misled.
No. It's not taking away sin from them. Hold on. I can explain it. He's not taking away sins. It's just being added to the guy who was misguiding all these people.
So will he be bearing other people's burdens?
No. He won't be bearing other people, like taking away.
Wait. It's simple. Does it say that he will be bearing?
No, you're not understanding it in the way that it's supposed to be understood.
It's simple. Just answer. Will he bear the burdens of some others
without taking away their burden?
No. It doesn't say without taking away their burden. It literally says he will bear the burden of others that he misled. Correct?
Yeah. Hold on, please. You see, first of all, Allah says something in Quran chapter 2 verse 269. Sorry, okay? Hold on. Just give me 1 second to prove something right quick.
I just need an answer.
Oh, yeah. I've already answered you. I can answer again.
But what I'm saying, does it not make sense, though?
My question is very simple.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Does the verse say
I've already answered
the person will bear the burdens of others?
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, so let's put it into a practical example.
Stop.
Hold on.
I don't need an example. I don't need an example.
Well, you're not understanding it.
I'm
so no.
perfectly understanding of the verse. I don't need an example.
You're not understanding it, bro.
I don't need an example. Okay. So it says, please. So it says that they will bear their own burdens in full. So everything that they've done wrong,
yes,
they will bear their own burdens completely. Everything that they've done wrong, including misleading someone, that's a burden that they've done, and they will take it on. Then it says, as well as some of the burdens of those that they've misled without knowledge.
What was the
so
first
they will bear
verse?
their own burdens, and they're taking on burdens that are not their own, but they're taking it on because they misled these particular people.
What was the first verse, the number? I just want to see if the word burden is the same in both verses.
35:18. 35:18. It says it in multiple verses. Okay? So according to the other verse, no bearer of burden will bear the burden of another, even if his burden, if he was heavy laden, as somebody asked or whatever, it will not be put on someone else. You will only take your own.
So when Pharaoh,
that's what 35:18 says.
Yeah. So
but then 16 says, well, actually, there is a case where someone will bear the burden of someone else, as long as it's someone they've misled.
Chat.
That's a contradiction.
Chat, if what I'm saying doesn't make sense, please tell me, okay? Because this is an example. If Pharaoh tells his soldiers, kill all the Jewish babies, okay? Because Pharaoh was an evil man. Hold on. Let me
tell you, you got to say unalive. Don't say that word.
Sorry. Unalive. Sorry. Okay, Pharaoh's telling his soldiers to do bad things, okay? And these soldiers do bad things. They are going to get sins for that. But did Pharaoh give them the order? So is Pharaoh gonna take away their sins because Pharaoh gave them the order? Or did they do bad things as well? So what God is saying is they will all be punished. Pharaoh, just because he gave the order, you still did the order. So in this verse, it's saying that the people, right, that misguide and mischief, they won't get they'll because Pharaoh didn't do the act, he still ordered the act, but he will still get the sin of the act and the command, and the people doing the act will get the sin for the act. But Pharaoh will be multiplied because he ordered it, and it was sanctioned, and it happened. So he'll get multiple sins for that. So that's what that means. It's pretty simple.
Okay, so I heard you out. Now I'm going to respond to this. The reason why that doesn't work is because you're making it up and putting that interpretation into the text. It's not what it says. It doesn't say that the person will not be punished for that anymore. It literally says, and it's very simple. Very, very simple. The one verse says, no bearer of burdens will bear the burden of another. Period.
Yep. So what do you think that means?
No, let me finish.
What do you think that means?
It's simple. You will only bear the sin, the burden that you've committed. No one else's. No one else's burden will be put on you.
Exactly.
That's what the verse says explicitly.
Is that fair or not fair?
Then you go to 16. It's not about whether it's fair or not. It's about the contradiction. You go to 16. In 16 it says, oh, well, actually, a bearer of burden will bear the burden of another that they've misled. So one says, no bearer of burden will bear the burden of another. The other verse says, yes, a bearer of burden will bear the burden of another if he misled them. That's a contradiction. No matter how many times, how you interpret it, it's a contradiction. However you make sense of the verse, and I understand you making sense of the verse, the point is that they are bearing burdens of others. The other verse says it won't happen.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I answered the question already, but I will answer it again, okay? First of all, Allah says something in Quran chapter 2, verse 6 to 69. Allah said he gives knowledge, the wisdom to whom he wills. And whoever he has given the wisdom to understand this Quran, certainly he has given him much good things. And none will understand this Quran except illa ulul albab, except they understand the people, right? What Allah is telling you right there is whatever you do and that you influence people to do, you're gonna gain it, meaning that everything that the person is still bearing is his work. So it's nobody's work, it's his work, because he's the one that misguided him. So he have to get everything that he did through those people that, because they don't know. He is the one that caused all those things, so you have to gain it. You have to be rewarded for everything that he done. So you take it as a contradiction. Okay, no problem, but we have explained it to you and I've answered to you. Now I have my own question. Can we go?
Yeah, let me just finish this one and then we can move on to the Bible.
You say it's contradiction. That's good. Let's go.
Okay, so
I don't accept that's contradiction.
I want to say this though. I want to say this. You making sense of the verse, I grant you whatever interpretation
your microphone,
the verse,
Yeah, that microphone is muffling.
No, but
Yeah.
hello.
Maybe it's off or something.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good, Avery.
How about this? Is it better?
Yeah. I'll let you go. I'm not going to interrupt you, but let me respond when you're done.
Okay. So, no matter how you interpret this, so it sounds like how you interpreted it is going against what the verse says, that the burden that the person is taking on is really his own. It's his own because he misled the person, and so the work of misleading and the things that they do, it's his work, so he's bearing his burden. It's not really the other person's burden that he's bearing, it's really his own. That's not what the verse says. The verse says, and this is why I love 1625 specifically. There's another verse that says this, but I love 1625 specifically because it says that they will bear their own burdens in full to its completion. So whatever work is a sin that's attributed to them, misleading the person, whatever, that is going to be attributed to them, and they will take it on in full, completely. So the amount of burdens that person committed, they are taking it on in full. But then it continues, and it says,
let him finish. Let him finish.
Then it continues and says, as well as. So, in addition to the completion of their own burdens, they will also bear the burdens of others. So these burdens are not their burdens because they're bearing their own burdens in full. Now they're also taking on burdens of others that they misled.
Okay.
So if you want to say that's fair and all that kind of stuff, cool. I don't care. It's not about that. The fact is that they already are bearing their own burdens in full.
Great. Yeah.
And then as well as taking on other people's burdens that they misled. That's a contradiction. Okay. While the other verse says, no bearer of burdens. Nobody who bears burdens will be bearing the burdens of another. Period. It's a contradiction.
You don't know.
Do you want to go, Proud Muslim, and I'll go after you, or do you want me to go?
Okay, we're gonna say this, and I'm gonna continue saying it, but he can never get it because he's not a Muslim, and
I'm not a believer,
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm not a believer. I need to be a believer in order to understand the verse.
A non-Muslim should be able to get it.
No, you can't get it, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
It's our fault.
I can't get it, man, because I'm not a believer, Habibi.
Hey, hold on.
No,
I'm a Muslim. I submit, but I'm not a believer, Holmes.
No, I'm coming. No problem. I'm coming, bro. You know why he can get it, okay? Listen to me. You say he can get it. He can never get it, bro. Take it easy, okay? Muslim brother, take it easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he gave the Muslim the Quran, right? So whoever, listen, Allah says something in the Quran, okay? In their heart, there's disease, okay? When there is disease in one heart,
I am offended.
Brother, we can't say that because we don't know what's in his heart.
You can't say that. Now
we don't know what's in his heart, okay? We don't know what's in his heart.
I am appalled that you would say such a thing about.
He's a great man. He's a great man.
No. To me, it's not a great man. To me, that's you. Okay. So let me tell you something. This is the thing that
how dare you?
You know that you can't deal with me. You know that.
How dare you,
brother? How do you expect to bring him to Islam?
Exactly. How do you're tainting your dawah right now, bro?
No, but he brings up a good point. So let's actually answer it because we could easily answer this. I think.
Hold on, please. You see, before I started, I said, you're gonna bring up a question from the Quran, then we answer you, okay? Is it that you take it or leave it? Then we ask you a question from your Bible. Is it that I take it or I leave it? That is me. I can force you to accept my answer. Neither you can force me to accept your answer, okay? So if you want to really do something really really good, then you ask question. We answer you. You can rebut the answer, whatever you like.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Problem. Okay.
Avery, I could. Okay, Avery, let me give you a parable, and then I want you to reread the verse with this in mind. Okay, please, can we do it? By the way, you have a beautiful smile, brother. Beautiful. All right, listen. So adult sites, right? Let's talk about adult, because I don't want to say the word. I don't know if TikTok's allowed, but I'll say adult sites, right? X-rated. It's haram in Christianity, right? It's haram in Christianity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say one person, a man, he engages in this website. It's a sin, correct?
Yeah.
And he will have full burden of the sin, right? Only him, because he's did it. Okay, now the person who made the website, he will get a sin for making the website, but do you think that another sin won't be added on for everyone that watches his website that commits into sin? Now, reread
is that his sin, or is that the other person's sin?
It's so the other person that was engaging in the site, he has his own sin. Okay, nobody will take away that sin, or nobody will lift the burden. He messed up. He was engaging in this website. He has a sin, but the guy who made the website gets the sin for making the website and gets the sin for facilitating the website to allow that other guy to do the sin. So that's what this verse means. This was about paganism, bro. People that made the idols, and they could have passed away, and then it's like other people, they see an idol, they start bowing down. So the people bowing down get the sin, but the other guy who died gets the sin for making the idol, and he gets another multiplier sin for every single person who does the paganism with his idol that he built. That's all this means, bro. It's not like we're taking away people's sin. It's not like some bank transaction, wire deposit. No.
Let me ask you this.
So that's what that means, all right?
Let me ask you this.
And could people stop being disrespectful, please?
Forget the comments, because this is the internet. This is TikTok. It's toxic here. Like, you gotta just.
This is humanity, bro.
You gotta blat it out, bro. You gotta just focus on us.
Well, I hope that made a little bit more sense to you. You know, because
listen. I understand your analogy. I even understand what Proud Muslim was saying. I get it. But I'm showing you where it doesn't connect, where it doesn't fit the verse. Okay. So look, I'm gonna go with your same analogy. Let's go with the
paganism.
Let's go with the paganism one. Okay. Man creates a statue, encourages others to commit idolatry. Others begin to commit idolatry because of this man's statue that he built and his encouragement. Okay, boom. Now, his sin is creating the statue in the first place, right?
Okay.
His sin also is encouraging others to worship the idol. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So those are his sins. Now, the people that listen to him and worship the idol themselves, when they worship the idol, is that their own burden, or is that his burden?
It's both. So they don't share a sin. They get a sin, and then he gets another sin. That's what that is.
Okay. So every time someone begins to worship that idol, that person's worship of the idol becomes a sin for the creator of the idol, right?
Yes, and if I could just add something too, it goes the other way. So if I build a well and I die, right? I actually get good.
Let's stay here.
Hold on, it's the same thing though. It's positive, negative. If I die and I build a well,
let's keep it simple. Let's stay with this analogy.
Yeah. If I build a well, people drink from it. I die. I still get good deeds. I still get good deeds even after I die.
Okay, no worries. Let's stay with the analogy. Just keep it simple. All right.
Okay, sorry. So I don't know if it was confusing.
So, if the person who worships the idol, the person who did the action, let's say I'm the one who created the statue, okay?
Yeah.
I am not a proud Muslim who began to worship the idol because of me. He worshiped the idol. I did not worship the idol. I misled him though to worship the idol. So the misleading of him to worship the idol is my sin. Now, him actually worshiping the idol, is his sin, right?
It's his sin and your sin.
Okay, so that means I got you. So
right?
His burden, I will be bearing some of his burdens as well as my own.
No, correct? It's one sin and one sin. It's not like half. My
question is this. Whose burden is it? Whose sin is it?
It's everyone's for themselves. They're individual. You get the sin for building the idol. You get the sin every time someone bows down to the idol, and they get the sin for bowing down to the idol too.
Is bowing down to the idol my sin, or the person who bowed down?
It's my sin for bowing down on my book, and then it's a sin on your book as well. Another sin for putting the idol there.
So the burden of you bowing down gets put onto me because I created the idol for you to bow down to.
Then I would have no sins.
Exactly. So according to the verse,
that doesn't make sense.
So look, according to the, I know. That's the part. That's the part with whether it makes sense or doesn't make sense, it's a contradiction.
No, it's not.
Because the verse says, look, the verse says that I will bear my own burdens in full. So misleading you to bow to the idol.
Yeah,
that's my burden, right?
You can't share sins. Yeah.
Okay, so you can't share sins. Exactly. You cannot. You just thank you. You can't share sins. Yeah. So you bowing down to the idol, it's not both of our sins. It's one or the other. It's either my sin,
but you get
or
a sin
it's your
for building
sin.
it. But you built the idol to mislead people. You should get a sin for that.
Exactly. So the misleading is my sin. The bowing down is your sin. But who's getting that burden of you bowing down?
Me.
Not according to the verse. According to the verse, no, I'm getting that burden of you bowing down.
And if you never put it there, I would have never bowed down.
Exactly. So the point is, exactly. So the point is that I'm bearing the burden of misleading you to sin. So your sin is being put onto me because I misled you to do that.
So bearing in this case would mean that you're taking the sin away from me.
I'm taking the sin.
But so that means okay, let's use numbers. One sin and one sin, right?
Sure.
If you were correct with this, that means the person bowing down has 0 sins, and that's not true.
Correct.
But that's not true. That's not what this is talking about.
But that's what the verse says.
No, it's saying that they must bear their own burden, but people... Yeah. So this is people bowing down, and people who are misguided others...
No. Look. It does not say that the people who are misled will bear their own burdens. It doesn't say that. It says that the misleader will bear the burdens of the misled.
The leader, this is 1625?
Yes. The misleader will be bearing the burdens of the misled. It doesn't say that the misled will be bearing their own burdens. Their burdens will be put on the one who misled them.
So am I going to ask question or not?
Whenever King Mo feels finished with this, we can move on to the Bible.
Okay.
I mean, I understand it the way it is. I don't see, where do you see misled? Like, I don't see that in 1625. It says that they may bear their own burdens and their sins, right? In full day of judgment. And some of the burdens of those whom they misguided without knowledge.
There you go. Misguided, misled, same thing.
So they get a sin for building the idol, and then they get sins for everybody else that they misguided. But that doesn't mean that they took away sins from the people they misguided.
Well,
if they get sins from people misguided, and then the people that are misguided get sins for doing bad things.
All right, so let me ask you this.
That's very clear.
Let me ask you this, okay? When we go back to the first verse, right? What does it mean when it says, "No bearer of burdens will bear the burdens of another"? What does it mean to bear the burden of another?
So if we're in judgment day, right, and I'm a sinner, I'm very bad, right? And Avery, you're good, man. Like, God loves you. You're on the path, right? But you like me, you like my vibes. You remember me from that one TikTok night, And I'm just like, bro, could you take a sin from me, bro? Like, I need one, like, maybe take a sin. Maybe we'll do some transaction here so I could go to heaven, or maybe level 1 while you're level 7.
Right. And it won't happen, right? And it won't happen.
It's like that, right?
Okay, good. So stop there. So we understand that bearing burdens means taking on burdens, taking on sin.
Taking people's sins away from them and onto you.
Okay, so that's what bearing burdens means.
From my knowledge, yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. I have the same understanding. So no bearer of burdens, one who bears burdens himself, his own burdens, will bear the burdens of another, will take on the sin of another, will bear the burden of another.
Yep.
Flat out. Now, the other verse, 16:25, says that I will bear my own burdens and I will bear the burdens, taking on the sin of others that I've misguided.
Yep.
It's a contradiction.
No, it's not taking their sin.
How do you change it all of a sudden, bro?
It's not taking the sin. It's they get additional sins for everybody they misguide.
Okay. Well, I rest my case here, and you rest your case. Let's go ahead and let's let Proud Muslim get to his question. That was a good exchange, though, King Mo. Good exchange, bro.
No problem.
I'm not. That was just my gaming clan. I'm just Mo. Sorry.
Oh, Mo. Okay.
Yeah,
That was a good exchange. Salam alaikum, Sheikh.
What up, Imam?
Okay, can we go to 2nd Chronicles chapter 9? 2nd Chronicles chapter 9 verse 25.
What does it say?
Read it.
What do you mean read it? You got it open, don't you?
Proud. You can't be hostile as a Muslim, bro. Come on, bro. I don't know your history though, so I mean I'm coming in the middle of the story.
Me and Proud Muslim are the best of friends. He loves me and I love him.
By the way, while you guys go at it, I'm gonna do some more research because maybe there's an explanation for 3518. So you guys go at it.
You better not use no hadith because we don't trust hadith.
No. Chill.
We original Quran only Christians up in here.
That's right. All right. So what does it say, bro?
Okay, 2nd Chronicles chapter 9 verse 25 says, and Solomon had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots, and 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the chariot city, and with the king at Jerusalem. What do you understand with that verse?
Why are you taking my style?
It's not your style. Okay, sorry.
Why are you taking my style? Get your own swag, probably.
Okay, no problem.
No,
okay.
But hold on. Let me plug in the verses here. Okay, so you said 2nd Chronicles 9.
Yeah, 25.
25. 2nd Chronicles 9, verse 25.
Yeah.
And what is the other verse?
The other verse will be 1 Kings.
First Kings.
Yeah, chapter 4, verse 26.
4:26. All right. We are going to put these side by side. And we're going to look at these and see if there's a contradiction here. All right. So looking at it, I think it'll help if we all see it as well. All right, everyone. You are about to get your first class of Reading Comprehension 101. Are you ready? Okay. So the first verse that he brought to us is Solomon had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots and 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the chariot cities and with the king at Jerusalem. Okay? He had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots. Almost like how Allah doesn't pray to, but prays for Muhammad. He had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots. Okay? Pay attention now. In the other verse, it says that Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots and 12,000 horsemen.
So 4,000 and 40,000, what happened?
These are talking about two different things.
No.
One says that he has 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots.
Is it different people?
Did you want me to answer? Did you want me to answer or what? You matter of fact, do you want to like just lay out your argument and then I answer, or what do you want to do?
Because you're trying to twist it. You're trying to lie at them.
You let me know what you want to do.
The point is now listen. Okay.
I'll listen to your argument, and then I'm gonna answer you after with no interruption. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All
The
right.
question is, how many people are we talking about here? Is it 2 Solomon or 1 Solomon? Is it 2 Solomon or 1 Solomon?
Is that really your question here?
That's the first
This is getting funny logic.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, man. Look, problem is, listen, bro. I want you to make your case here because I was literally in the middle of answering you, but then you cut me off. So it sounded like you wanted to make your full argument before I answered you fully. So I'm going to let you make. I'm gonna let you make your full. I'm gonna let you make your full argument, and then I'll give my answer. Okay?
No problem.
So
The
there.
first one says Solomon had what? 4,000. The first one says Solomon had 4,000. Okay, 4,000. That's what we see in 2 Chronicles chapter 9.
4,000 what?
4,000 stores for horses and chariots, right? 4,000 stores for horses and chariots. Then when we get to 1 King chapter 4 verse 26, it says Solomon had 40,000 stores for horses.
Of, not for, of.
What are you talking about?
Do you not see it? It says stalls of horses. The other one is for. He has stalls for horses and his chariots, while this one says 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots.
That's contradiction.
No, it's not. These are saying two different things. Let me tell you why now. Can I answer you now?
Two different things. That's a contradiction, bro.
I'll show you. Are you ready for the answer?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So contradiction, ladies and gentlemen, is A and non-A at the same time. So literally you have two different statements here. It's not even the same statement. Not even the same of the opposite statement. You know what I'm saying? So it fails in that category as a contradiction already. Not like what I showed you guys where one says none can bear the burdens of another, while the other says some can bear burdens of others under a condition. That's a contradiction. Two completely opposite things of the same thing. While here you have two different statements, not even saying the same thing. It's not A and non-A. Okay, this is A and B. Okay, so for example, just going through this, the sentence is not the same here. Solomon had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots. So he has 4,000 stalls that holds his horses and his chariots. Okay? Together. This one says Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots. So you have 4,000 stalls that hold horses and chariots, but then you also have specifically the stalls of horses alone for the chariots. So that means that each stall that has the chariot, there's 10,000 horses in each stall. And all 4,000 stalls, these 4,000 stalls, it's holding 10,000 horses each.
You don't?
There's your answer.
Bro, so you trying to turn around the contradiction, right? Okay, no problem. I'm not going to question you. Go ahead. No problem. Go ahead.
Sure. I'm glad you could get your answer today.
Can I see if I understood that properly as well, Logic?
Yep.
So basically, the two verses do not contradict because they describe different type of stalls. The stalls in 1 Kings 4:26 were of horses, which were used for chariots and by horsemen. Nothing in the verse says that these stalls were for the chariots, though.
Correct.
On the other hand, the stalls in 2 Chronicles 9:25 were for horses and chariots.
Correct.
Such a stall to house both horses and chariots would not have been as numerous as stalls to a house just as horses, because there is always a smaller ratio of chariots to horses. In fact, 2 Chronicles 1:14 says there were 1,400 chariots. Hence, it makes sense that there would be the description that we have, of course. So it seems like I picked up on it correctly.
I think everybody else did too. So, I mean,
That's a clear contradiction, but no problem.
So you won't bring this up to another Christian, right?
What?
You won't bring this up to another Christian, right? You got your answer today.
I would definitely. I don't have the answer. Let's go.
You do have the answer.
No. I don't have it.
Okay, so why would you bring this up to another Muslim after you just got a response today?
Because they don't get it, but you don't get it.
Okay, so tell me, what can you tell us where my answer is flawed?
Okay, thank you. He said Solomon had 40,000 stalls. How many stalls does he have right there? In that
40,000 stalls of horses.
40,000
Of horses.
stalls of horses. What is the stalls of horses?
It's stalls that hold the horses only.
And what's the other one? What's
Okay,
the other
what
one?
is the
The other one holds the other one holds stalls. The other stalls hold
Okay.
horses and chariots at the same time.
Okay, so
So these are two different categories of stalls here.
Okay, Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses, right?
Correct.
Okay, now for his chariot, right?
Not for his chariots.
For his chariot.
For his chariots, he has for the stalls and for the horses and chariots, he has 40,000 of those. 40,000 stalls that hold horses and chariots together. So that would mean that there are 10,000 horses in each of these stalls.
Okay, Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariot, right?
No. Oh yeah, yes, exactly.
And 12,000 horsemen, right?
Yes.
Okay, now when we get to Second Chronicle, right, chapter 9, verse 25, he said Solomon had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots.
Correct.
That's a contradiction, bro.
Tell me how.
What are you talking about?
Where's the contradiction, bro?
Wait a minute. Listen again.
He literally said it properly too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what are we arguing here? Like, we're arguing little words and stuff. We should argue main ideas, like how could a man be God? Or
Hey Mo, can you at least look at this, Mo, and see
No,
that in
I know
Second
what he's
Chronicles
saying.
9:25
I
that it's
know.
saying that these stalls are for the horses and the chariots, and in 1 Kings 4:26 it says that the stalls are of the horses for the chariots, but it's of the horses, not of the horses and the chariots.
Yeah, sure. And by the way,
The
this
first
is
one is just horses. The second one is
Sure.
horses and chariots, right?
I mean, we can see where proud Muslim is coming from, right? But I mean, that's a good answer. It is different, technically, right? It is different, but it could be this. By the way, it could be the same. There is a chance, but
There's no chance. We're looking at it. There's no chance.
It's not even, it's just an argument. It's not, listen, this is a friendly reminder that God is watching us right now. It's not about who wins the debate. It's about the integrity that you uphold, guys. So let's always be respectful here. And the tone is really, because let's have a discussion.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. The integrity of sticking to the scripture and being honest with what it says.
Okay. Proud Muslim, do you have any last things? I mean, maybe you could agree to disagree here, or do you want to move on to something else? Like,
Let's move on.
okay, so God, so we all know that Jesus in the Christian faith is God, right? And the Son of God, right? At the same time, correct?
No. He got to
Yes.
ask question, and then I ask question.
No, it's okay because we already asked.
Okay.
I asked a lot of Islamic questions already. So
Alright, welcome back, guys. That was an amazing and fascinating one. Let us know what you were able to learn in the comment section. To be honest, this feels like comedy. Just set the stage and ask Muslims questions and take a seat and watch them destroy their religion. He said after the death of the Prophet, there were a lot of wars and so many hadith were fabricated to make the people look good. This means there were so many fabricated hadith in Islam that are there to make the religion look good, not because it is a revelation from Allah or the explanation of Allah's revelation, but because person sat down and feels that he needs to add ingredients to it, and then he fabricated his own hadith just to make the religion look good. The question now is, how do we differentiate the fabricated ones from the ones not fabricated at this point, since it has been a long time this fabricated hadith have been in existence with the real one? These are relevant questions we should be asking. That is why I said earlier that set the stage and take a seat and watch them destroy themselves, because when the argument become more heated, you will see that they will be the one doing the destroying of their own religion. The issue of Arabic in Islam is a very heavy matter. He said you need to read it in Arabic to understand. Then he says he can't read Arabic, yet he's accusing Godlogic of not being able to read Arabic. Then he says you don't need to read in Arabic to understand. What sort of confusion is this? If this God can't communicate with creation in any other language he created except only in Arabic, why did this God created other people who do not speak Arabic at first? It is becoming more confusing because they believe that you have to speak the Arabic in order for Islam to make sense to you. So what about the Muslims that are not Arabic speaking? Are they not Muslims enough? The Quran is clear that no bearer of burden can bear the burdens of another, and another verse outrightly contradicts this verse, saying the burden bearer will also bear the burdens of the people they misled. They always have an explanation for everything that contradicts their faith. I don't get how is Arabic clear and yet they need scholars to understand what they read from the same Quran. They claimed it is clear word of Allah and it is a detailed explanation of all things. So guys, that was an amazing one. Let us know your views in the comment section. Share this video, subscribe and like this video as well. Thank you for watching. We'd love to see you in our next video.